Hi there, and welcome to the Cult of Cinema. My name is Aaron, and it is that day again. Uh, Malcolm is going to be joining us here in a few moments. He's just getting stuff ready, but we are going to be talking all things Black Friday. Black Friday. Wow, it seems like it, doesn't it? It's Vinegar Cinema Subscriber Week. We're going to go over the entire subscriber week. We're going to talk about the pluses and minuses of subscribing to the for this year. We'll be live when the subscriptions. Hey there, Ann. Welcome, man. We'll be live when this. Happy New Year to you. We'll be live, and that's what I should have started with. Happy New Year, everybody. We'll be live when the subscription when it happens. There has been big blowout news on two new partner labels moving out of Vinegar Syndrome, and two brand new partner labels coming back in. How will this affect things? Will this change people's thoughts on subscriptions? And we'll talk about, are more people subscribing now for Vinegar Syndrome and getting those titles, as opposed to some people that are subscribing for the 50% off coupon and putting one up against the other. Happy New Year. We had a great New Year's last night. It was a nice quiet New Year's at the FAMs, because what we did is we played board games all night with my nieces. We had a board, my mom, my sis. Now everybody was there. We played board games. Fortunately, sadly, Hin wasn't, but she was partying with her friends, who surprised her. Her best friend from high school. She surprised her by coming in from Paris for a couple hours. So Hin was super stoked over there, and I don't think he got to bed after 4:30 in the morning. And we went to bed around like 2:30.
Oh,
Happy New Year, Malcolm. We are live.
oh,
You was late. You was late.
what?
But we are going to talk about everything Vinegar Syndrome related. I'm excited about this. Hey, Magic, welcome. It is going to be a big day. Are you excited about the subscription thing? I guess we should talk about it. I want to go and look over the rules and all that stuff and see what's coming for every day in a few minutes. But let's talk about the big news, which you woke me up with today.
I
And
did.
that is, two partner labels are gone, but not just any two partner labels. One of the ones is one that we consistently get asked about on pretty much a stream basis, and that is Altered Innocence. How do you feel about Altered Innocence moving away from Vinegar Syndrome? I know, especially where you kind of relied on getting your Altered Innocence from that one place, and
That's
it
true.
held the shipping a bit.
Well, I find it very distressing, to be honest, because let's say they open their own website store, which I'm not sure if they've got their own one, because I know Culture Shock had their one beforehand anyway. But it's the price. Like, I know for a lot of companies, they charge $20 shipping with one disc, because because they're small companies. So they charge a lot of money. As for Vinegar Syndrome, I was technically getting them with free shipping because I was technically paying for the Vinegar Syndrome titles to be shipped to me. So it's very distressing and very sad. And plus, I think in Overwhelmed Innocence it's a very strong presence in the community of right now. For people to get into different kinds of cinema, to understand, not obviously all movies are not really, they're not all suitable in the sense of teaching you things, but I think a lot of all this innocent stuff does. And I think it's very sad. Yeah, exactly. And I think it's very sad that Vinegar Syndrome are losing them.
And also, on another side of it, AGFA.
Yeah.
When AGFA came into Vinegar Syndrome, they were probably the company that were most well known of all the partner labels that came into there. Like, most of the companies came in, they're either starters or they were kind of like smaller companies, but AGFA was a brand already. AGFA was its own thing. That's the key part when it comes to that. Have you frozen on me, Malcolm? Have I frozen on you? We'll know in a second. Guys, let me know if I have frozen or if Malcolm have frozen by saying so in the comment section. But AGFA is going to be a massive loss, because AGFA brings in eyes that initially weren't brought in. Also, let's not mince words here. The 10 film box set that Vinegar Syndrome put out for the anniversary, it very much to me felt like an Agfa box set and not a Vinegar Syndrome box set. Just just the type of films that were in it, the style that was done, um, like the packaging was very Vinegar Syndrome, but the titles were very Agfa.
Yeah.
I think you were so shocked about the Agfa one, you just froze up. Like you're like, oh my god, not Agfa.
My
You bought your
camera
stuff.
passed out and kicked me out. Yeah, I do like their stuff. I think it's Malcolm is thinking.
Yeah.
I think it's sad that they're going because even though a lot of their stuff can be very hit and miss for a lot of people, they've had some great releases like the Leather Boys and and many others, and I like it. And they started releasing those big sets as well.
The Doris Wishman sets.
And I was getting to yeah, exactly. They're the type of sets we want.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a box set of like 9 titles from something like Doris Wishman than individual ones because it feels like more of a bargain.
And the thing here is like Agfa, like Art Incense is a great title and important company. Agfa it has a bigger footprint. So there's a lot of people that'll come to Vinegar Syndrome that maybe never saw it before because of Agfa.
It's not just that. We've got them over here with 101 films for some of the titles. So they're worldwide renowned, technically, because they're also in these countries. So it feels like Vinegar Syndrome are missing an opportunity for somebody to go, oh, is there any more of these titles? Because I've looked at them through 101 films. Oh, look, they're on this site called Vinegar Syndrome.
So
oh,
do you
look,
think maybe one of the newer
titles.
labels that they put out recently, that one, the shot on video-ish type one, is there?
Yeah, I think it's their version. I think this is what I say for the next. This is what I see for the next year. I see Vinegar Syndrome doing more sub labels, right? To slowly replace all the partner labels, so that they don't need to, have them anymore. Which, to be honest with you, is a loss on both sides. The exposure lost to them having the partnership. And you might end up with more companies like Television having them on theirs, like they have with Culture Shock. Do you know what I mean? So I think that's going to happen, and I think it's going to change the dynamic of how we see Vinegar Syndrome and a few other companies.
My concern, and I talked to you about this off camera, is that we're going to see a lot of companies coming out, and a lot of them are going to try the subscription model.
Oh yeah,
and I don't think it's going to work for a lot of companies. I think that the thing is like streaming. When streaming came around and Netflix did it, and then everybody started doing it. Now we're starting to see streaming services merge and fall off. I think eventually this is going to kill the subscription model. There's only so many that are going to be out there. It's not kill, but weed it out basically to what there is. Spend some more money.
Spend some money.
Jason, that's the right idea.
Yeah, he does. He's going to spend it all on Severn's website.
Here's the thing. Is there any company, they said 2 new companies are coming in, that you think could shift the needle?
I would have said IFC in the past if they'd have been there.
See, I wouldn't. Ultimately,
not I would have said IFC. No, not for shifting the needle, but I would have said as a partner label.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're going to mix it up, and one of the partner labels is going to be a Japanese one.
That would be interesting, actually. What would be the ultimate merge? So we're at an era when companies shouldn't be merging to create like globally gigantic companies. How could Vinegar Syndrome become the company?
Okay, this is easy. Vinegar Syndrome buy at Severn, right? They buy the top quality company that is Television, right? And they buy Universal and they buy Warner Brothers.
Partner with Severn. I don't want them to buy Severn, and I will tell you why right now. Because over the last 2 years, if we look back at the titles that have come out, Severn whoever does their acquisitions, whoever does the planning for the Severn releases, puts out better releases. I'm going to be honest.
Not always, but a lot of the time.
Like all the Hansby Hours, the Christopher Lee set, the Peter Cushing set, releases like that, they're keystone releases. They're evergreen. The releases that like years from now, all the Hansby Hours will be something I'll still have to go back to and reference and watch
Same as
Uh,
Emmanuel.
yeah, but that's the thing. Like Emmanuel, exactly. It's a set of the year for,
Yeah.
and I don't see
Well,
anyone in North America doing it.
I think the problem with Vinegar Syndrome is I think they're on a very, as much as I love Vinegar Syndrome, and I appreciate all the work they do. I think this year has been a very hard year for them.
It has
I
been.
think they've had some great. I think they've had some great deals they've done. You know, like with Universal, like when they're Flesh and Fantasy, and now they're doing Paramount and that. So I think that's great. But I think a lot of people, you know, are going to question if this year coming up. Well, this year is the new year, isn't it? Right now. But this year, I think people are going to question more if things don't slightly improve when it comes to all the stuff people expected in the past. Worship Dan is on this question.
I love Worship Dan. Actually, I remember that when I was a
Oh,
kid. My better half would never watch that one, Mike, because the rabbits getting killed. But excellent film.
Bernay says he's never had an Afghan or an Innocence
Oh,
Tale.
dude,
Well,
you're
then you're
missing
missing
out,
out.
Jason. You are missing out. Some of
No,
those you need. What's it, Lady? Was it Lady Street Fighter? Is that the one with Renee Bond?
yeah,
Oh,
that's the awful one.
you
Yeah,
cannot not have that in your collection. We literally
and you didn't
we have
watch the
movies.
second one after.
Oh yeah, screw the second one. It's the same thing over again. It's like Sunday Dead Night 2, but now it's good. But yeah, that's one of the ones that we like. We basically like gauge. My better half is a massive fan of like the cheesy stuff and stuff. So we have movies like Things, Driving Massacre, Lady Street Fighter that we're like, okay, how much are these people in the same wavelength as us? So we'll play them early
Yeah,
on when we meet people to see, okay, are you into the cheesy stuff too? Like we're gonna like put you into the deep end. We're not gonna show you Trolls too. No. We're gonna show you Things, and we're gonna show you Lady Street Fighter.
yeah. How can you say that's not your thing? Yet you write for Delirium magazine. I don't understand.
There's some stuff there you need to look at, man. The Renee Bond stuff, like, and especially that director too. Like, oh God. Like Stephen Thor did a chapter,
Yeah.
on James. So
For me, you know, it all connects in the different ways.
it's a whole big like
You
you see
should.
that like that was the meme with the I think it's from
Oh,
Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
yeah. So yeah, I wonder, what do you think? Okay, because you're more into like what I mean is you've been in Canada and you know the American labels probably a lot more than I do. You know, like the lower ones.
Yeah.
Because you know I've always either been in England or I've been in America, so I know them, but I probably don't know them. Like one could be Magnet.
Yeah, I mean, Magnet would be interesting. Cauldron would be interesting. Can't see it
Oh, I'd
happening,
love Cauldron. Please
but
let
Cauldron would
Cauldron
be
be
very
one. Then I can
interesting.
actually get the titles, can't I?
That would be like because they're diabetic DVD like title, like so probably not. But it
Neon
would be
Eagle.
very
I'd
interesting.
love
That
if
would be that would move the needle for a lot of people because Cauldron does, and in a very short time, has gotten a very big
yeah.
response from your stuff.
They're releasing the Fortune set, aren't they?
Can you imagine if it's like Dark Force?
No,
Oh my
actually, that'd be
God,
quite
no!
funny.
Don't make people wish that
Nice.
one into existence.
Nice. Ever 444 might be one.
That could be an
Wish
interesting one.
I'd paid more attention to the pilots over the past year. Yeah, I understand that.
But the
And
thing is,
you
here's the
know,
thing. We talked about this. Now I got to say it's Malcolm. I'm going to interrupt you. I do apologize. I'm going to be rude.
that's all right.
That if you're subscribing to Vinegar Syndrome, if this is what you're doing, subscribe to Vinegar Syndrome, not because there's a partner label 50% off, because it's not right. It's an $8 coupon off. That's what you're getting off. It's $8 off. Don't get it because, oh, I'm going to get mine slightly earlier. Get it because you're looking at the titles. These are titles that you want to get, that you want to have come. Because at the end of the day, what it's going to come down to is not going to be the packaging. It's not going to be the slip cover, the magnetic box. It's not going to be the book that's inside it. It's going to be what's inside that, whether it's the movie, the features, the documentary, all that type of stuff. That's what's going to come down to. As a guy that used to collect like comics, still collects comics and like and cards and stuff like that, we all went through a period where it was chromium covers and holographics and inserts and a whole bunch of stuff. That only lasts for so long before you got to look at your shelf, look at what you're collecting and say, okay, why am I collecting this? Am I watching the movies that are in there? Now, if you're not and you just love to collect because you like the slipcover or you like the way it is, and that's just the way you want to collect, you do you. Don't feel bad for doing it that way. But if you're collecting it for the films, at the end of the day, you have to look at the titles that are there and say, okay, these excite me. These are films that I'm in for. And this is totally getting up there. Thank you, Brian. It is time.
Yeah, you are.
Is it time to, but it's time to subscribe to this channel. If you like, for people that are watching this and not subscribe. So like, share, subscribe, super chat, super sticker, donate, all that stuff. Brian gave me the good segue.
And tell us if you're buying anything.
Me? It'll depend.
No, I mean you can, but I mean other people in the red comments as well.
Yeah, let us know.
Because I know you got your interest, because you got interest, don't you, in what could be the discounted stuff?
That, and I'm interested in I think tomorrow's cinematography, whatever that one's called, the new label.
I can't even say it.
But let's look at everything. Everybody should, yeah, there you go. See, everybody should already be subscribed to me. Do you want to bring up should we bring up the screen for it?
Sure. I will say this. Sometimes I look at my collection of Vinegar Syndrome tiles and I go, I spent all this money and I could have bought this in a $5.50 quick pack.
That's the thing. You've got to really, because there have to be things that you're stoked about. It's got to be stuff that you're interested in. We're going to be looking at the clues when they come in. Obviously, it was that we're looking at sale items, but we're definitely going to be looking at those clues. Because that's going to decide for a lot of people. Alternate Instance and Agma gone. Culture Shock's gone. TerraVision's gone. Fancy Editions are gone. The labels that have come in since then, Umbrella, that's interesting. You can buy Umbrella from Umbrella. And with better Umbrella releases. Sure, you get a new slip with the Vinegar Syndrome Umbrella releases, but if you go to the Umbrella's website, man, there's a lot of stuff.
They have some great collectors, yeah.
So 3 Vinegar Synonyms and 1 VSU. We know that one of these is a box set. We know that one of these is Horrible Dr. Hitchcock. We don't know what the other one is. We don't know what the VSU is. 12 partner labels, daily deals. They got this done confusingly. Blu-ray disc slips, but that means limited edition titles.
Yep.
So we're less than half hour.
Jose.
Hey, welcome, man. Happy New Year. Are you subscribing? I am not. The coupon has gone back up to $75, which I told you was going to happen.
It should have as well. But yeah, I'm glad about that.
But yeah, so we got a bunch of stuff that we're looking at today. Tomorrow, there's one cinegraphy. So I'm working tomorrow at this time.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing it right after I get off work.
Okay.
Hopefully some things will still be available. Boxes and cases. So I'm guessing that means that the slimline ones as well. Because in box sets, some people are going to get angry and say, well, that's not a box set. That's thin. That's not a box set, man. It's not a real box set. I'm sorry. It's a box set. Just the box sets have changed. There used to be big things that took up half your shelf. And now
I'm just glad.
Like Jackie Chan collection, like Scream Factory put out, and this Tiger Cage one, which is getting thin. Like 88 Films put out like 3-disc one, and Scream Factory, Chef Factory put out like the slimline one. And I'm like, do I want the slimline one, or do I want like this, or do I want the? We had this conversation. Or do I want like the big one? And I said, well, I kind of want to see the Tiger Cage movies, right? I haven't seen those. I have seen before. I like Donnie Yen. That's why. He's not in the third one, I don't think, though. But I know I've seen like.
No, he isn't.
So, but I'm like, do I care to have a book and like the posters, or do I want the movies? And I was like, and have extra space. And I'm like, unless I see the 88 film version for like super cheap at Sunrise, I'm probably going to pick up eventually the Chef Factory version, because it's just more economically space-wise.
I've got the 88 films version. I was quite lucky because when I came over here, it was running out, actually in the stores there. And surprisingly, I went up to Canter and it was the last copy they had in the store.
Could be issues just being sold too. Wouldn't put it past them. There's a lot more of that this year. There's an excitement, but at the same time, there's a whole lot of like wait and see, and like a little bit more cynical. And then
Yeah.
there's the the comments that I get sometimes that are just super aggressive, which I appreciate every single comment. Just understand, everybody got different like thoughts and opinions on things. Um, so it's okay for one of us to like or not like something. The fact me and Malcolm here like totally different, like some totally different things, makes it a little bit more fun because I
Yeah,
might have a
sure.
different like input on something that Malcolm may have, and he'll have different input on something that I have. Like I definitely depend on Malcolm a lot more when it comes to like Asian releases and stuff like that.
Mm.
He has the skills and knowledge when it comes to that type of stuff. I don't, and I'll be the first person to say it. If we're talking like if we're talking slashers, or we're talking like the '80s stuff, or just some of the super like cheesy stuff, that's kind of my wheelhouse. That's kind of what I
Yeah,
do.
I think yeah. Even though I know a lot on that, I think you're a little bit ahead of me because you grew up more with them, so you know the timing and you know what I mean.
It's because I grew up. That's the thing, right? It's not like basically, all this knowledge got like put down. No, I just grew up at a time when that was like just prevalent all over the
Everything.
place.
Yeah.
So when Fatal Games came out, when you were like, you've
I
been
wasn't
like,
born.
yeah, but I remember, I remember when it hit the store shelves. Um, Looking forward to the calendar they have for possible future releases. This is going to be a very important thing. With the loss of two partner labels, is going to be and two big partner labels. Like, let's not gloss over the
Ooh.
fact that Agfa and Altered Innocence are big labels that get a lot of buyers and get a lot of
Yeah.
eyes on there. It's going to be very important what those new labels are. It's going to be very important what their new year has set up, because last year a lot of people subscribed for that 10 movie box set. A lot of people
Yeah,
went
they
in
did.
with that, and yeah, I can't speak for everybody, or I can only speak for me, but that's a
And me.
disappointment.
You can speak for me too on that.
That's a disappointment. Yeah, I would expect it from Agfa because it's in their wheelhouse. I would not expect it from Vinegar Syndrome.
I think it's funny
We
because
talked
when
about
it
that.
went up, it's funny because when it went up, I actually thought it was one of their titles that they put there by mistake. Because
Yeah,
the cover and the artwork and everything.
yeah, even the look. Agfa and Altered Innocence are leaving as
Yeah.
like after this one here. Apparently, Malcolm. I found it from Malcolm, and it was on the forum.
Yeah, it
Came
was
in
on
the
the forums. It was on the forums. I think they're both leaving after the releases today. I know what Innocence definitely is, and I know the thing is that Agfa's leaving, but it's two of their biggest and best ones they've had.
I should read the forums
I'm
more, but
telling you, Satan's
most
Cause
activity
next.
I
Satan's
try to
Cause
stay.
next. I just think it's a mistake to lose these companies,
Well, they probably don't
these
have much choice.
labels.
Like when that deal is up, if they don't resign, like wrestling, right? Like if Kenny Omega
Sure.
is wrestling and decides he wants to go over to WWE, yeah, Tony Khan got no choice.
No, that's true. Oh, this is no loss to me. Well,
There's a lot of
different people,
people like
different strokes, as they say.
the thing is like, and it's a big voice like in the LGBTQIA plus community, right?
Yeah.
Here's the thing: some of these companies, let's be honest, we wouldn't know about if they weren't Vinegar Syndrome partner labels.
That's
They
true.
probably would have flew under the radar. We may have not known them the way that we know them now, but some of them can go off and spread their wings and do their own thing. And there's reasons for companies leaving. It's not just because uh, they had their legitimate reasons to go elsewhere.
Well, we don't know, do we? There's a lot of different contract stuff behind the thing, different
Oh yeah,
negotiations,
100%.
different. So, Culture Shock has basically done nothing. Well, they're releasing something in January. For television, they're finally releasing in January, apparently. Because I
That's
got
going
in
to
my
be
email.
they've made the announcements and things went like. I think there was like stuff had to be done behind the scenes and all that too for Culture Shock. Hopefully that gets straightened away in the new year. This new year. So hopefully we're
Yeah.
going to see more from Culture Shock. Hopefully we're going to see more from Terrorvision. Um, that's not shot on video. Like I'm
I
not no shade to
I
shot on
have
video, but I
to
think that's enough. Enough is enough.
I have to
Unless that's going
be
to be a
I
film.
have to take my words back with television. right? Because don't get me wrong, the titles haven't been that great, but they have really boosted the movies coming out now. They've got them like, okay, there's 4 coming this time, there's 4, and they're actually coming now instead of being pushed back. So I'm actually kind of happy about that.
See,
But
I'm
other than that, I do agree with the titles. I do think the titles need to be a little bit better.
yeah, it's the thing. I mean, like stuff can come, but it's got to be something that I want to buy.
Yeah,
You can put 50 movies a year, but if I only want one of them,
yeah.
then that's 49 movies that that are in
Well, that's for
each.
me, isn't it? They're slashers. I only wanted the one.
Yeah, like so, and hopefully there's gonna be a lot more. Hopefully, like the what was it, Black Cobra or something like that it's called. The
Oh, yeah, Black Cobra 1 and 2.
Yeah, hopefully those come out during your subscription. And like Gator Bait, that's another good one and two. Those are good ones. Those hopefully those come out during
Yeah.
your subscription.
Oh, you feel let down, Joe Warlock? You got all your titles? Because I know you subbed, didn't you? For like, what was it, 10, 20?
At least you didn't do the 50s. No, they need people like you, Malcolm, that actually are going to like take the leap of faith. Because if you don't take the leap of faith, like how can a company grow if there's not people that do that?
What I thought was funny was I've been complaining to my wife about television, and we were sitting down the other day, and she said, "When is the subscription app running out?" And I said, "Well, I've got like another 26 titles." And she went, "Okay, let me know when you're closer to the time, and we'll talk about if you want to resub or not." And I was like, "Have you not been listening to me?"
I'm gonna have a talk with that. Because like right now, I will be honest with you. I think that Radiance is the best subscription, just
It is the
because
best. It is the best. I think Radiance has the best. I love the little Obi strips, and I love the books, and I love
it's the
it. I
titles.
think
Like the
it's,
titles
I
matter.
think
I
it's
mean, that's
sexy.
yeah.
It's sexy. Well,
Shipping is the
shipping is
issue.
constant problem. Oh, you want to talk about shipping issues, right? Prime example. I'm glad you brought this up, Warlock. So, television contacted me and they said, we've got the next 7 titles and I'll pay for them on the 20th, right?
Okay.
Then they said it was shipped, right? Now, don't get me wrong, Christmas holiday, all this stuff, so stuff gets in the way, right? So, I don't expect it to be here. Not even been shipped yet. It's not even been picked up by the company yet to deliver it, to transport it. I was like, oh, it's like 11, 12 days since I paid them for the postage.
Is shipping high from us? I expect it to be a little bit higher because it is like a independent company. What makes sense for a lot of these companies, if you're moving away, like if the companies that got together and they made their own like site label, like where you had TerraVision and Culture Shock and Ordnance Sense and Agfa or something like that, where they all had a kind of a blanket thing like they do now, but maybe negotiate better deals with one
Yeah,
another.
I think they
Almost like
should. Yeah.
remember Image Comics, like they're still around.
Yeah.
So Image guys from Image Comics worked under Marvel, and Marvel gave them money, but not a lot. Creative control, but not a lot.
Yeah.
So eventually, there was restrictions put on there. So the guys from Image said, "You know what? Let's go over, make our own company. We'll do our own thing, and we'll own our own characters, and we'll own our own comics, so
Yeah.
that we can all our merchandising is our merchandising, all our comics are our comics." And so there's a whole bunch of different studios under the Image
Yeah.
label that could, if done right, be
Works
something that
well.
could work for them.
Yeah. I think you're right. I mean, yeah, just to answer these questions. Door from television. I've got the third Window Films one, which has 1 and 2 in. I know that television releasing 1 and 2, so I'm going to have copies of them anyway. So I'll have doubles. But the reason I'll take television ones is because they'll be on separate discs anyway. So I always put my media on separate discs. Radiance did have a subscription in America, right? And there was a 3-year subscription they gave to 50 people, and it sold out within an hour, right? I missed it by this much for the UK version, and to this day, it still annoys me if I missed it because
3-year
you would have got
subscription.
2 years. Yeah, you would have got 2 years for the price. 2 years for the price. No, 3 years for the price of 2. And it's so worth it. You bought these television titles in August, September, and they still don't have them in hand. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of the titles that they had, I mean, I know Slashers was supposed to come out in November, but that's coming out in January. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a big fan of Tish. I'm not protecting them. I'm not this. I just meant that they're getting their titles in now, and to me, that's an important thing for any company.
Well, if we're
Actually,
going to
get your
say the
titles
negative, it's
in.
important to say the positive too. Like to be like, and you
Yeah,
are somebody that like you're an actual subscriber. You can actually give the pluses and minuses, the highs and lows of it.
but I think it's terrible if you haven't got your stuff. And I don't know why you haven't got the shirt. Was the shirt for people with like 10, or was it for people with 50, or was it for everybody? Because I don't know for sure on that. But I will say I think it's thingy because I got my shirt and everything.
I think the subscription shirt should have been for like if it's a shirt and it's like a subscription shirt, you should get it anyway. Like if you subscribe.
Oh, I agree. But I mean, if you're paying, I can't remember what the things are. Let's see. Yeah, because if you're paying $200, you're still paying enough for it, aren't you? What's this? If you don't pay attention, you get a
Yeah.
host, and hard to tell what is stock, what's coming out, and when released. Oh, okay, but thanks for the info. My problem is they have trouble with this now announcing new releases that they also don't have. The announcement of the money collection seems more important than it is, but then you got to remember that happens with a lot of companies, and sadly, I mean, I'll give you an example. My example, I love Ever 444, right? I bought PP scissors and I bought Run Kill Run from them, and I think I bought that early mid December, right? They haven't shipped them yet. Again, Monday Macabro do that most of the time as well. It's a common thing with smaller labels. But the problem is, it's the fact that, and this is the problem I don't have, but I'm sure a lot of people do have, because I have so much backlog in my collection. I don't notice it as much. But if somebody buys like one or two because they're treating themselves or whatnot, and they're hoping to get those titles, then it becomes a big problem because you're
Yeah.
like, "Where's my titles?" You know, where's my titles? These two titles, I could afford these at this moment, and I want them within a couple of weeks, depending on where we are in the world when we order them. And that's the problem. For me, it isn't because I've got so many movies to catch up on. But when they come, I just put them in the pile and then pick from them.
For me, Mondo's one
So
of the ones that do it a little bit better. Like I like the way Mondo they do it. They don't overwhelm you with titles. When they put out titles, you're like, okay, they put. It seems like an event when Mondo puts out titles. It's not like a
oh
monthly
yeah,
thing. It's Mondo puts out titles. It's an event. You. When I was in North America, I would always get the Mondo ones because
yeah,
so it just had like I had a year like just grabbing all their stuff, and I'm like, every 2 months, every 3 months, there's Mondo releases. It wasn't too expensive.
yeah.
Uh, you got it in. It came well packaged, well done. Features were amazing.
The worst thing that happened with Mondo was that Bollywood set.
But it ended up still at the end of the day being one of their best things too.
Oh yeah, it is. But I'm saying the sad part is that they said we're never doing a set like this again. I was like, no, it looks so good as well.
Yeah, I was yeah, because I'm like, I want I want the first volume, but I also want a volume too.
Yeah, exactly. There's most of the stuff I forget what I even ordered.
We have 10
Trust me,
minutes
I understand that.
to expect
Well, they'll give you
yes,
20. They're going to give you $20 off your next subscription. Previous subscription still not delivered.
$20.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, okay, I get it from like a smaller company. But here, look, okay, here's a BFI release, right?
Yeah.
This something like this here, yeah. This I might think, okay, I'm going to do a subscription. It's different. I mean, Masquerade with the Man Behind the Sunset, bought it and didn't mention until October. Oh my god, that is horrible.
Actually, that's true because you could pre-order it. I believe it was in August because I pre-ordered it because I was so excited when I found out it was coming out because I've got them. And I was like, when are we going to hear about them? They're
Yeah,
posting all this stuff on their Facebook, but there's nothing about these sets.
what's annoying is like if you pre-order something and all of a sudden they start making all these other announcements, and you're like,
Are you
wait
sure
a
it was
second.
June? I thought it was August. Well, my mistake. Might have been something else I pre-ordered in August. Wow, that's even longer then.
Yeah, it's even worse. It is. I'm excited about today. I'm hopeful. Uh, I'm at a point where uh, I definitely couldn't be a subscriber, even if I wanted to, because I actually don't right now. I'm gonna be honest. This will not be a me thing right now. There are too many labels out there, and there's too much vying for my attention that I want to get to put a large basket of it, large chunk of it. Even though I do have more than I probably had before, as it comes to like spending money wise, uh, to put it into that one place. It's too. There's too much. It's too fractured for me to say, okay, yes, Vinegar Sam is going to be it, and I'm going to get some stuff from other labels here and there, right?
Yeah.
Uh, and with two more partners gone, the Agfa's gone, Fun City is gone. When Fun City was there, Fun City was like one of the reasons. Like I was like, oh, maybe I should resubscribe. I really like Fun City stuff. Like that was the label for me. It spoke to me. Um, so I'm like, yeah, God, I really want to get their stuff. So then Fun City left. I'm like, okay, I won't. I guess I won't. And and it came again to like, well, there's a couple companies that I'm kind of interested in. If Yellow Veil goes and like Utopia go, uh,
Death Crocodile.
yeah, that'll be some serious losses.
Yeah. Satan's Core, definitely.
Saturn's Core would be a major loss for them. But for me, like I buy stuff like I bought stuff like Shiva Baby, and titles like that. That those were some of the ones that spoke to me. So there are
Yeah.
certain ones that are certain companies that if they went, like I would say, yeah, that's because I have anybody that bought Shiba Baby and afterwards Bottoms came out and like Bodies came out.
Yeah.
Like, hey man, I was in. They felt kind of cool. Like they're the cool kids. They came in on the ground floor. This
Yeah.
actress is now blown up, right?
Yeah.
Which is always fun.
They
Always,
are.
always fun thing.
They're adding two partner labels, Uzi.
Yeah, it's gonna matter what they are. Like if they come on and it's like it's shot on video partner labels or or stuff like oh this is it's hard to say this because I'm a YouTuber, but like okay, it's YouTube Productions, all the YouTube Red shows.
I reckon
Essentially,
it's going to be
What?
a Logan Paul KSI like double act label, and it releases all the best of YouTube creators like every month.
I've got to run for a minute. I'll be right back. So you are taking over. It's time for
Ooh.
Malcolm to tap dance while I go for a second. As they say in Scream, don't work with those guys. Like sucks. No, I'll be right back.
Oh no, it's not going to come back. Let's say Warlock says you would think the companies would learn better ways to deal with their customers, less reason to accept bad service. You would, wouldn't you? I mean, the times we live in, you'd think companies would have like a Bible, I guess, like a Bible of how they should treat people, And I think what happens now, especially from lower companies, they probably get so much attitude from people, and it doesn't help when you give people attitude back. To me, it's like Code Red. I loved Code Red's stuff. I loved when he was releasing the stuff, but dealing with the guy was such a pain. But at the same time, I love the work he did. I respect the work he did. And so I have respect for the man. I just don't have respect for his work ethic, on that. I think they're adding products too. I'm always looking for Asia. I want more Asia stuff. I'm with you, Uzi. I want more Asia stuff. That's why I got excited when Imprint announced the Imprint Asia line they were going to do. And I was like, when are they going to start announcing them? They haven't announced any yet. And I really want to see what they release. And I'm hoping, but it's not stuff we've already got everywhere else. And that's why I like Canny, because Canny and Decalogue, depending on the thing, release some really good unknown stuff that you'd only know if you knew Asian cinema. Against where I was going to renounce partners leaving offers is bad treatment to the customers. Is there even more bitter taste in them? Yeah, my view of this, Warlock, is we should have known a couple of months before that they were leaving, because I do think it changes everything. for a lot of people. You know, All Innocence is one of my top ones. American Film Genre Archive is one of my top ones. They're both going. Excuse me. I've been drinking too much fizzy drink, too much soda, cream soda. So excuse me if I'm burping. People do have more choices these days. I think, I'm quite lucky because I buy from all over the world. I buy from so many different countries to get what I want. So, if something might come out someone come out from Vinegar Syndrome, and if it comes out and I see that there's a cheaper version over here, I ain't buying the Vinegar Syndrome version. I ain't buying the Vinegar Syndrome version for, let's say, $25 when I can buy the Blu-ray version over here for maybe £4. And I think when you've got more choices as well, like there's so much better cinema out there than certain places. Like, I'll give you an example, television. Television are releasing a lot of these shot and video films. Why do I want to watch them? Because I've not seen them anywhere else. That's the only reason, right? If they were films I could see anywhere else, I probably wouldn't buy them. Because I'd be like, okay, I can buy them somewhere else. I can probably get them cheaper. I can probably do this. But at the same time, I think I bought that 50 film subscription before I even knew what they were releasing. So that's on me. And I feel bad about that. But I will say, I like taking the gamble anyway. Sure. Hey, there he is. He's back. So, I think it's better to, I always think it's better to give things a go, especially stuff you're not used to seeing. Because I think sometimes that can get you the stuff you do want to see.
So,
welcome back.
Thank you. Spyglass tried to fire me on the way back, but I managed to get away from it.
Hey.
Thank you.
Yeah, you look very, what's the word? Gentlemanly.
I will be the gentleman of YouTube. A hat, right? Isn't there like a gamer guy, like Top Hat Gamer or something like that? Like he's got a YouTube channel?
Are you talking about, is he called Top Hat Gaming?
I think so, yeah. Like, I guess his wife does the channel too now.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's a lot of
this stuff. Different stuff is good, just a pain to deal with. Yeah, I agree with you on that, Warlock. It is. I want more Asian cinema. I want more old Asian cinema. Like the stuff like from the Lone Wolf and Cub days, but the stuff that's not been released.
You're like
Radiance has started doing. Yeah, exactly. Like Big Time Gambling Boss. That was fantastic. I was so happy to have that. And this new trilogy coming out is brilliant in the box set, and that's what I want.
As silly as it sounds, I'm a big fan of the John Woo era stuff, like the kind of like a lot of the gunplay with
Bullet in the Head and all that stuff, and Faith and
Killer and all that stuff. I that was that's when I was really watching a lot of that, and I wish there was more of that actually.
Yeah, it's crazy, but they've never been released on Blu-ray. They were in America. I know Bullet in the Head is available in Asia, but I don't know if it's available in like England or that.
That's a good choice.
Exactly.
Re-release the year.
I got Haunted Samurai. I haven't seen it yet, but I got it. Hey, Alan. Happy New Year.
We're almost there. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready?
What was the code? I forgot what it was. I guess I should do that first, shouldn't I?
I'm not subbing 2024.
Oh,
here we go, guys.
Third one on Salesman. That's a good one.
Okay.
Ooh,
so we're starting with another Scream Factory edition. We're getting a 4K edition of Southern Comfort. One of the good things about this one, guys, is that Southern Comfort was a U.S. exclusive Scream Factory edition and never got to anywhere else in the world. So this is going to be a big deal for people that want this one. It's the new Ultra release. I'm not sure if I had to make this an Ultra.
Oh.
Okay. I found this on the web for Ultra release. I'm not sure if I will make us an Ultra.
Every time, man. Every time.
Every time.
What do you think? Like for me, this is a step up from some of the other ones. That's me.
Yeah, I'm happy with it. I would have liked it if it had been something different,
But I
but
want to
I'm
see
happy with
Forgotten
it.
Jelly. What's Volume 6 going to be?
What's in it? Ooh,
We
I
know
like
that Death
cover.
Carries a
What's in
Cane.
it?
So we got Death Carries a Cane.
Yep.
Features, we're going to have we got a new sound. We got a soundtrack there. I'm not sure it's new or not. We got an interview. Naked You Die.
Naked You Die.
That's Margaretti, right? It's Margaretti.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Mark Damon. Dad loves Mark Damon. So that's probably going to be one Dad will look at. Like one of his favorite. So one thing actor wise. Oh,
The Bloodstained
okay.
Shadow. This didn't
Great
Arrow
movie.
release
But already
that.
got that. Do you have 88 film session?
I swear Arrow released that.
No, 88 films.
Was that 88 films?
Yeah, because I got it. As part of their Italian collection. One of the early releases of
Oh,
their
okay.
Italian
Okay.
collection. Bloodstained Shadow had no features on it, by the way. It just had a booklet. And it's a really good film.
Look at this. Boy. I'm happy with that box set.
It's a very good box set. If you don't have these films, especially, I think I might have Death Carries a Cane somewhere, but it's an old edition. I definitely have Bloodstained Shadow, Blu-ray of that. But look at that. Look at the features I've done to this one. That's a lot of stuff.
That's a lot of features.
Yeah. Impressed
I'm
with
really
the box
happy with
set.
this, actually.
It's extremely impressive. Death Naked You Die has two versions of the film. Schoolgirl Killer, that's why I saw that one originally. I saw the cut version originally. And we got a few features, not a lot for Death Carries a Cane, but still some interesting stuff. But the other two are loaded up. We also have whatever the hell this is. You know this one, dude? I don't know it. Santa 2. It looks like an Asian one. Maybe you know this one.
Yeah, let's have a look. I think it's
88 and 89.
where is it? It's
Indonesian. It's
Indonesian.
Indonesian.
Yeah, it's Indonesian.
It
I
screams
know
like.
of it. I know of it, but I've not had a chance to see it.
So what we're gonna do?
But it's been up there with the weirdness, kind of, you know.
Oh, Indonesian stuff. Let's see what we got here. Got Age of Demons from Saturn's Core. We're gonna go to the other stuff in a
Oh,
minute.
nice.
Bleeding Skull, Blonde Death. You'll be able to tell me when we get to new part names. I won't know. Canny, as Cleaners, Art Label Cracking Up. There's some decent stuff. Like nothing here.
Bleeding Skull. Has Bleeding Skull replaced Africa?
That's what I was wondering.
Because it looks like it. Because I don't remember Bleeding Skull being there before.
Yellow Veil, Dogs Don't Wear Pants. Okay. Film Movement. Was there Film Movement there before? Is this the first one?
I don't think it was there.
Let's find out. Let's go.
It might be.
Film Movement's now North American. Yeah, I think it's the first one. So Film Movement, I think this is the first one here. Guys, you can let us know. But I think Film Movement and Bleeding Skull may be the ones that are taking over. We got All Innocence,
I've
like the
seen-
last title. Got USA Snapshot of 1970s LGBT Resistance. ETR
Keggy,
Media.
I've seen bloody muscle bodybuilder in hell because Visual Vengeance released it. It's an Evil Dead kind of rip-off thing. It's really good. I liked it.
Altered Innocence, they are putting out Strangler. Is that what that is? That release? People guessed that one pretty early on. Factory
Hold on, there's
25.
other stuff. What's Boiling Point doing there?
Which one?
Boiling Point underneath. What are they doing there? They weren't there before. Hanny B and all that.
That's Film Movement. So they got Film Movement stuff now. So it looks like they've Film Movement is one of the companies, and they're bringing in some of their stuff. You see some Sarno stuff right here.
Yeah.
Film Movement was a great choice because look here, this is the type of stuff you get with Film Movement. I do know Film Movement pretty well.
Yeah.
And you're going to be really happy with their stuff because look at this.
Very nice.
Affecting Skin is here. No, Film Movement's really good. Like they put out a lot of good releases. Like look at some Violent Streets.
Violent Streets as well.
Yeah.
Eureka released that recently.
But look, there you go. I've mentioned John Woo just like less than a minute ago, right?
Yeah.
Heroes Shed No Tears, John Woo.
It's a great film, actually. I've got the AA Films one. It's a good film.
Yeah.
So,
Like this one, like Quiet Earth. This is a massive win for Vinegar Syndrome. Bring in film movement. I'm not gonna lie, it's a massive win.
yeah.
Super stoked. If I was somebody and I was on the fence, so I'm like, okay, the partner label things made me nervous. You're in good hands with film movement. Like, there's not a lot of the newer stuff. I wouldn't grab
Sure.
everything here. For sure. Maybe I'm a Galaxy Quest. I like that movie, so wouldn't mind having that documentary.
Yeah.
I'd have to look at some of the other stuff, but I'd definitely be, if I was subscribed right now, I'd be loading up on some of the swim movement stuff. Like, because if there's 50%
I keep
off,
getting you in Canadian. I keep getting you Canadian. It's like $37. I was like, that's expensive. And I just realized it's Canadian, isn't it?
it's Canadian, yeah. You understand? Like, so let me put it into America. So for those in the US, for instance, then you're looking at like $27 for movies like The Great Silence, movies like Boiling Point, Sarno's, all the Sins of Satan and Vibrations. If you're in the UK, then like you're
I
looking at like
just saw.
21
I just
pounds
saw
for
this.
Boiling Point. It's really good.
That's not bad.
Let's go back to my price though, because I'm the one that's got to buy this stuff. I'm actually very excited about the sale now because we got to check the daily deals. We haven't checked those yet. I'm sure that's where a lot of you guys were.
There's a lot of Old Innocent stuff that only just came out recently as well.
What a shock. Okay, so we got Hard Rock Zombie, Slaughter House Rock, $20 here. Fortress of America is finally on sale. I don't want it, but I'm thinking of maybe because for that price. There's Cyber Vengeance I'd rather have though, even though I'm not a fan of the movie. Just because it's VSA, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Evil Laugh.
A classic, in there, go.
For $20, yeah, not bad. That's not a bad price for it. Like if you are going to buy something like that, $20 is not a good price. So let's give our recommendations for here. So first row, 5 films, pick 2.
Yep. Definitely not Mutant Hunt. That was garbage. I would say Iceman Cometh, and let's say Fortress of America.
Are you serious? You're going to get it? Okay. I will go with I will stick with Iceman Cometh because I think it's a really good choice. And I'll put up Slaughterhouse Rock, Hard Rock Zombies because our actual, classic video titles there.
Yeah, but you got to pick another one. You can't just pick 1, 2 in one.
I have to. Well, I have to. That's the thing, right? Because there's only 5 here. If we pick 2 each, sometimes we're going to overlap. So I'll go first this time, and it's going to be Evil Laugh, even though the movie's not very good. Like, get this if you're a hardcore slasher fan. If you're not, bypass it. And just because the price is good, and like if you like kind of just like some cheesy action stuff, which one do I go with? I'll go with. Do I go with Blood Delirium? It's not a great title. It's not a bad title either.
It's a good film. I love it. It's so crazy.
Okay, I'm gonna leave that for you to choose then, and I would choose Airdoll from the catalog because that one I've never watched, but it's really interested me.
He did it on purpose. Blood Delirium, and I will pick Cyber Vengeance.
Cyber Vengeance. Oh, what do you want to Airdoll? I did not expect you to pick Airdoll. That's why I picked that. The Mob, of course. Anything CIP, I'm always going to usually recommend unless it's something that I don't like.
Yeah,
and that's it. Actually, that's it for this one. You know these titles more than I do, so I'm going to leave these.
Yeah, I do. I'd pick Sybil, and I'll pick the Uranian Dream set because I like that they're prominent in that set.
Has Eli de la Iglesias too? Like he's worked with Severin on titles. And that's the that's the 15 for today. I'm not sure if I get anything today, but if I'm going to lean towards anything, Evil Laugh is probably the biggest possibility. Last Gasp isn't bad.
Blood Delirium.
It's decent. I mean, like, it's what I want. but it's like, do I want it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what
Is
you
it
mean.
enough for me to buy it here at $20? Is it enough
So,
for me to buy it here?
that Southern Comfort was the VSU.
Yeah. So we can expect more Scream Factory. So
Right. They did say upgrades.
they did, yeah. Well, they're not lying. Like they didn't lie to us about it. We'll go back to check the. You want to check the clues?
Yeah, apparently there's that whole calendar. Because who was it who said it?
Okay. Get ready for the dramatic reading, guys.
It was Uze who said it.
All right. I don't care what. All right. An outrageous 10 film. Oh, yeah. 2024, we're confident your mind will be blown even farther as we dig deeper into the rarest, weirdest, craziest, and most unexpected genre of cinema ever made. By now, you've hopefully checked out the January slate and have a good idea what's coming to the world. 4K UHD of Ricardo Frida's Horrible Dr. Hitchcock, our latest Forgotten Jolly collection. Props to that one. The Indonesian horror, which I honestly would have preferred getting from Mondo, but okay.
Yeah.
As the year continues, look forward to Sal Bass's landmark sci-fi masterpiece, Phase 4 on UHD. Okay. Represented multiple cuts for the first time. Yay, Malcolm?
Very
Yay. Since,
yay.
yeah. Singapore Sling. I got it. I think was that another Screen Factory, Show Factory edition one? Phase 4? This is one at the
Singapore
end, right?
Sling. Hold on. Singapore Sling.
Yeah.
Is that the Shannon Tweed movie?
Let's see. Actual confirmed debut of Intrapados Punks and La Vengeance Still as Punks, along with more Forgotten Jolly, more homegrown horror. Where the hell is your TV terror sets? So, like, I don't give a
Yeah.
crap. I want to know where your TV terror set volume 2 are, because that was a volume 1
Yeah.
featuring Haunted Ween, along with more outrageous action and horror from Hong Kong. You'll like that, including Corpse Mania, along with at least a couple huge titles from Paramount.
More
So,
major attractions from MGM.
yep. So there you go, guys. Yeah, everybody that's like really, really looking forward to, I don't know, Fatal Attractions getting a 4K release from here, probably something like that.
Oh God, I hope not.
You know what it is. Come on, I know enough.
I
Maybe not
own
Fatal
it.
Attractions of that ilk, something that you
Yeah.
already own. As a subscriber, you'll get every single VS branded release, including all slipcovers and hardbox editions, mystery and surprise titles at 50% off the SRP. But your orders will ship before everyone else's, hopefully. And we're not done yet.
Hopefully.
All subscribers receive, what's this? 50% off on each and every discounted sub-label, VSA, VSU. You've seen Southern Comfort many times, actually. And we've also got some big ones coming. VSL, VSP, the SOV label, and our newest member to the Vinegar Cinema sub-label, Cinematograph, I'm going to go with that, which will be bringing you a delectable selection of American auteur-driven cinema. You better be good. Late 60s. Through masters like Paul Morrissey. Oh. Of course, there's Melusine and its array of lines that we get usually at least one title a month of, including Suze Randall's Stud Hunters, plus looking forward to Blu-ray and UHD debuts of genre masterpieces like Blind and Ambition. Want even more? Just remember that our subscribers also receive 50% off the partner labels. So here we go. This should be down here, price-wise. We got US.
$200 shipping to the international now. What the?
Oh God. Okay, here we go. Month by month. This is how we'll see if the worthwhileness of this. So, Malcolm, since you're a person that's probably going to be subscribing, let's go. The Horrible Dr. Hitchcock, Forgotten Jelly 6, Sentet 1 and 2. How do you feel about that month?
I'm happy about that. Really happy about that. Great
February,
month.
you get Phase 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never on Blue, early 60s Italian horror, and a 3-film Spanish Giallo set.
Yes.
That Giallo set really saved the hell out of that month.
Yeah.
UHD debut of an acclaimed 60s horror anthology. So, guys, it's either going to be 60s. When did Tales from the Crypt come out? Was that 70s, right?
Yeah, I think it was the 70s.
Because I was trying to think of which one Scream Factory had. Singapore Sling on Blu-ray disc, exclusive restored by Vinegar Cinema. Never on disc 80s Italian horror double feature.
Oh,
April, never on disc slasher. Debut of 80s Italian horror and 80s Hong Kong action. Looking good for you, man, so far.
yeah.
May, an 80s Hong Kong action UHC double feature. Homegrown Horrors Volume 3. I'm not as big on those as other people are. I'm really not, to be honest with you guys. Plus 2
I can
secret
understand that.
UHC. June, well, partner of month. July, Intrepidos Punks, La Vengeance de la Punks. Honestly, I've yet to be interested in that since announcements. Plus 2 other horror and action double features. So July is a bit of a wash. August, 70s drive-in horror classic UHC. Oh, here we go from Malcolm. Easy Hong Kong Cat 3 title.
We can
Wild Paramount Eurosleaze rarity. Oh, somebody's gonna figure out what that is. I bet you we've got it. 80s horror classic and UHD. Giallo classic. Got on Giallo this time around. Grimy Mexican horror. Better friggin' well not be Cardona, because you did it, guys. You put out our Cardonas. Congratulations. Leave it alone.
What's they doing too for a lot of jelly sets and a Spanish jelly set? Wow.
Yeah. Never on this Corpse Mania. 70s horror masterpiece. November, a horror box set and epic UHD Blu-ray debut plus 2 secret surprise titles. Here, November's coming out, dude. Finally, that witchcraft set that everybody. So overall, I got to say, it's a very impressive year if you're a horror fan, and if you're like,
and if you're into, especially jelly.
If you're not, don't be quiet on. I think that one's still with. I'm pretty sure that's still with Criterion. Torture Garden's a possibility.
Oh.
Which I already got from Indicator. So
Indicator.
I'm not rebuying Indicator. It's Indicator. I consider Indicator one of the tops. I wouldn't rebuy, unless they had I don't know. Malcolm would rebuy it if it was like a new Torture Garden, and so Burgess Meredith does all these scenes new. Malcolm would be like,
it's
I'm
a
in for that.
It's a UHD. It's an upgrade. So
I won't buy it just for UHD. It's got to have stuff on it. You can't just you know what I mean. I like my UHDs. I love my 4K stuff, but you got to give me something new because I can't rebuy just to rebuy. There's just too much.
Something I'm not happy about is shipping was $150 last year. It's $200 this year, but technically I'm only $725 because of the renewal thing.
Do you think they changed the shipping after they had up the price?
I won't be surprised. I better subscribe.
Looks really nice. So who is subscribing? Who is not subscribing?
Yeah, who's subscribing?
Still leaning to subscribe. There's some good. I will say, if there's a time when they showed stuff that I'm like, okay, that's interesting me enough to maybe subscribe. If the subscription is a little bit cheaper, I would lean towards it.
I was subscribed, got my 75 off. But did you? Did you really get 75 off, or did you think you did? That's the question.
Got to be a pass for me. It's too high. For me, it's too high. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm going to be 100% honest. For me, this is definitely too high.
I honestly don't know if it's all worth it.
Here's the thing.
15 free shipping. Well, that's perfect for you, Uzi, but it's not for me, is it? So I'm glad that you got it with the 8.15 free shipping. Because for me, it shoots up. It shoots up higher because I end up paying another, I think 180 on top.
Because you can actually
as before, 120 wasn't bad.
The months you want, still get them discounted, by the way. Because when they come out, before they come out, you can still buy discounted. I can buy March for discount or October with a discount rate before it comes out.
It's that discount though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's still a good discount. Overall, it is still a good discount when it comes to even on the monthly ones. If they had offered a half-year subscription plus a full-year subscription, This is what should be done. The first half of the year tends to be better than the last half of the year. In the last 3 years, that's what it's been like every single year. The first half of the year has been top loaded. The second half of the year has been okay.
Yeah.
But if you want to get people in you only have two choices. You either buy the full year today or you buy nothing. And then halfway through the year, if you didn't buy the full year, you can buy the last half of the year. The last half of the year is usually okay. Not great,
Yeah.
not good, but okay. They should, by rights, offer when they're doing the subscriber week. You should have like, okay, you can buy the full year or you can buy the first half year. And then you can decide, and the second half of the year, if you want to re-up and do like the second half of the year subscription. That option should be
Yeah.
there. You should not be locked into a full year. That's it.
Yeah, true. Especially considering they change it up constantly.
Yeah. With things being changed, things going around.
Because last year they said there was a whole lot of box sets going later half, and there wasn't. And it wasn't. It was like one or two.
Oh yeah, the last half of last year was not exactly the most impressive. Like Vinegar syndrome.
So it was.
Yeah, on a monthly package, and this is the way it's done. Yeah, like monthly packages, you know what you're getting. You can decide what you want. That's definitely a big plus for me. Like I'm because I'd actually spoke to my better half, thought like maybe can I do a subscription type of thing, and we talked about it. This ensured me like the titles there's good titles, but no, Art Label was there from last year actually. Art Label was already there. That's actually a branch off from Culture Shock.
Yeah.
Choose your own adventure.
Yeah, choose your own adventure. There you go. I think Bleeding Sky is basically American Film Genre Archive in a way because they worked with them, didn't they? So it's basically the same.
Well, better. Well, for Bleeding Sky, yeah.
Yeah.
For a lot of that type of stuff. Film Movements is a big, is very different than all that in a sense.
That's actually a great acquisition, added.
Well, no, it's not really that. Like Culture Shock is still kind of under sort of woozy. Basically, it's until they sell out of all those titles. So it's not actually a partner label, but it was a partner label. So it'll list any title that's left over until it's sold out. It's like when Etiquette Pictures, which was the initial sub label from Vinegar Syndrome, they canceled it like really early on, but there was still Rafe. There was still stuff coming out from like not stuff coming out, but until they sold out of all the Etiquette Picture stuff, you're still seeing stuff there. You will subscribe because it works out cheaper month for month. As long as you're sure you're going to want every month, then do it. Like do the thing that like if it's going to be better financially for you, I will never go against anybody giving spending money on stuff that you like for a company, but you just be sure of what you're grabbing. That's what you want. If that's what you want, go for it, man. Existence on Blu-ray. A lot of people are excited about that one. Actually, I'll be honest with you. I do like the film, but I was not a massive that was the big deal for me when Existence got released. Maybe because 101 did one as well and all the type of stuff, but.
Let's have a look. Where can I look at my points?
Pick the monthly. I got a comment about that, by the way. Like, I can't. Malcolm should be able to stack his points, and I was like, dude, I was just saying the way it works.
Well, it'd be great if I could have, but I don't think it worked that way.
I think it's got man. I'm not Vinegar Syndrome, man. I can't make that decision.
Wow. Oh yeah, because they knocked down my thing, didn't they? Because every year you lose points, and you don't lose your points, but you lose your rating. Like the big one.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Are you getting it? Have you decided?
What, the subscription?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. I just only got 31,000 points, which is 3,000 points, which is depressing. Yeah, I bought it, but
how do you feel about it?
Honestly, I'm excited, but at the same time, not that excited. You know what I mean? Like I got it mostly for the jellies, and
Yeah.
because I just like getting stuff. Sometimes I don't know what's going to come out.
The one thing you got it
So
now, so it's too late. But the one thing I was going to say is that the sad part is when they say Hong Kong action or something like that, that could be stuff you already got with better editions of, like from 88 Films Eureka.
why didn't you say that before?
Because I just thought of it, man.
Oh, you tricked me.
I tricked you.
He does this all the time. Oh no! Well, at least if they're Ultra HDs, it won't be too bad.
Yeah, unless they're an Ultra HD
You
from
know.
or something.
And plus this year is the year where I'm going to cut down on my spending and just let the subscriptions come. But less of a chance of getting doubles if I don't buy other stuff.
I used to have Death Machine actually on VHS, by the way. I actually like that movie.
Ooh, that's a good movie. If there's pornos I'd be interested in, just means saving money. Save that money, Warlock.
See, for me,
Save
you put in part lab that I'm very interested in, which is film movement. I'm very much interested in a lot of their releases. But I'm not interested in being a subscriber. I'm interested in buying from them and picking like
Yeah.
months that I like. Maybe getting, say, if they got a good March month or something like that, it's my birthday, getting that for my birthday type thing, getting that month. But not like every month. I'm
Yeah.
not as into Cat 3 as Malcolm is. I did think about the Hong Kong action thing. I'm like, oh, wait a second. And that was,
When you
by the
thought
way,
about it after.
that was a deciding factor for me. Yeah. Because I bought recently, like some stuff, 88 film stuff, see, Malcolm's out there. We had on the show. I'm like, these are really good. I love the way this is done. It's packaged well. I just like the way it's done. The releases, you just put so much work into it. All those you know how much I love commentaries, Malcolm.
Oh yeah.
All those really good commentaries from like the experts and stuff like that. That's kind of what I want to see. So, and I really don't think that for that type of stuff, like anybody touches Eureka 80 Films and Arrow with those releases. Like Made in
Yeah, I
Hong
agree
Kong
with
was a
you.
good release, but Made in Hong Kong put out by 88 Films would have been an amazing release.
It would have been like, it would have been like, it would have been like that in the Line of Duty set.
Exactly. And that's the thing. But yeah, we're on different sides of the fence when it came to this time around. But yeah, but we expected this, that you'd be the buyer and I'd be the watcher.
To
Did
be
you
fair,
get
I
anything from
think
the sale? Because I didn't.
not yet. I'm waiting till after the stream because in the past, what's happened is I bought during the stream, it's distracted me, and I thought it was rude, so I just did the subscription. I'll do the other bit after.
I don't think there's much like. Well, we'll
Because
look
they're
back.
not going to run out. Because they're not going to run out, are
Not
they?
those titles.
Like,
not
no,
those
that's what I mean.
titles.
So,
Do you really-
and
Are there any here that you don't have? Like in all honesty.
Mutant Hunt, I had and I got rid of, but I might buy it again just to
Don't
match
buy
the
it
numbers.
again. It's not a good movie.
Dude,
Dude,
Beware of
we had this
Children, I
conversation.
play it.
That could be that $20 could go towards or something else, something better.
Well, Sweet Willie's here, and that's a sign. So because Sweet Willie's here, I have to buy Mutant Hunt.
No. Did you have Air Doll?
Yeah, I bought it when it first came out.
Oh, crap. Okay, well, are there any here that you don't have aside from Mutant Hunt?
Maybe Beware Children at Play. I can't remember if I own it or not.
Okay, that's a better choice than Mutant Hunt. You don't want Mutant
Well, I'll just get both.
I would there's 6 more days. 6 more days. There's box set day coming up. There's a 4K day coming up.
No, I ain't teasing. I'll probably get Beware Children at Play, but I watched Mutant Hunt. It was one of the most boring movies I've ever seen. Because it's what do you call it? It's a why can't I remember their name? Oh, it's one of their films, isn't it?
Let's go back because I don't remember now either. So it's not Trauma, is it? No, it's not Trauma.
No, it's Full Moon Pictures, I think.
Not a good fun. Even though it has a guy from Trauma. Are you sure it's not Trauma?
I don't know. Either way, it sucked.
You'd be
One
better
of
off
those
with some
boring
film.
movies. One of the most boring movies I've ever seen in my life.
So there we go. We've done the first day. I want your thoughts, man.
I think I'm happy with the first day. I'm happy. I would say I'm 75% happy with the subscription. But the problem is with it is you don't know what's going to change and what isn't. I'm excited to get more of the free movie boxes because I love those boxes. So getting the, Homegrown Horror Volume 3, getting maybe 2 or 3 Jello sets like that because there's a Spanish one coming out as well.
Yeah.
Will be really good. To me, that's worth it because I like my movies individual. I don't like them in
Double
one
over
case.
stuff from other companies as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like that one, they've got jelly at it. But then I think I've got it, but it's got special features on it. So it's worth the upgrade for me in that sense. So I'm all right. It is mixed. Yeah, it's not. But then there is no confident year, really, is there, with Vinegar Syndrome? You know you're going to get some.
There
Those
was
don't get
actually.
Curse of
Let's
the
be
Blue
honest.
Lights or Devils of Terror.
Not for the last 2 or 3 years, but before there was the years where I was like, yeah, I'm 100% on what's coming out. But now it's like, and they'll say like 80s horror classic. I'm like, okay, so when did Scream Factory put this one out? Like, what release is it that I got because I used to buy all the Scream Factory releases?
What was the film that was never released on disc? Because they said it was a film that was never released on disc. I guess it's the Indonesian double.
That must be it, yeah. And that doesn't seem like that doesn't seem like a Vinegar Syndrome thing to me. I'm glad they're branching out, but it's a Mondo thing. I want
I
to
would
get
have thought
to
it was a Mondo release.
I want like the red case and like the reversible art.
The booklet, maybe art cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they still don't do the art cards thing with Vinegar Syndrome, as far as I know. Like not really anyway. It'll be interesting to see
They did booklets said at one point, didn't they? They did those little booklets in some movies like Blood Harvest and that.
Yeah, like the early one I got was New York. What the hell the Massage Parlor Murders. That one had a booklet too. Small booklet.
Yeah. What the other one did as well, did Psychos in Love had one. And I can't remember the title. Sweetback something.
I can't show Miller Scene, but I will look here to see what they put out.
Yeah, I'm really happy with what they put out.
One title.
It's 2 titles. It's 2 in 1. But yeah.
Oh yay! I'm sorry, dude. No, it's one title. I don't care if it's 2 movies. That's one title. Stud Hunters. Okay, where's the other title? Is that 2 movies?
Yeah. I believe so. Because it's Stud Hunters. Oh no, it's 1 movie.
No, it's 1 movie.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'd wait on this. Is definitely wait for a sale. Title. It's not a buy brand new title. I don't think.
Is there anything new in their labels?
Let's see. There got to be something. They can't have the part labels like not have anything new, right? Right.
Well, you can't click on DistriPix anymore. DistriPix there, but you can't click on it, so I guess they're gone.
Are you serious? DistriPix is like one of the big reasons for this company.
But you can't click on it. Like it zooms in on the labels thing, but it doesn't come up.
Agfa comes up for crying out loud. Another one doesn't. Because there's still nothing with DistriPix.
That's weird.
DistriPix is gone too. Like you can get to the old Aldrin Instant stuff, and you still can't. That company's going.
What the hell?
Yeah, just looks like DistriPix is gone, guys. Luckily, Command Video is still there, so that's a good one. Or that or DistriPix just doesn't have anything to be released from them nowadays. I don't feel great about something. I feel really good about Film Movement. Obviously, big, super stoked on that. So I can buy the releases. Yeah. Here's the thing: for me, Vinegar Syndrome, at the end of the day, is a company that I enjoy a lot of their titles of. But over the years, I find that I've drifted a bit more away from the style of film that they put out. Yeah. Sucks that the subscription prices aren't working for us who resubbed. It's It's different. I mean, like it's much more. The shipping's higher this year. Um, we're at a point now where we do have to worry a bit more about. Uh,
I use my discount code.
we have to worry a bit more about like we're at a point now where, and Jose's not here right now, but probably doing his own thing, but still the thing is like um, what double over is going to be, what the extra stuff is going to be.
Yeah.
Like what? Oh, am I going to get another Roadhouse? Are they going to put out a release that with a better release, maybe a 4K release with some more features? But is it going to be something that I want or something that I don't want? There's the issue as well. Like they put out something with like they put out what's that X-ray, right? And
Yeah.
with some extra feature that which is great if you're a fan of X-ray. But if you pick that up from like and you're like, okay, I want to get like I'm collecting all the 80s slasher films, and you pick that up for that reason. And you watch it and you say, okay, I like it. It's all right, but it's not great, but it's all right. Like you're less likely to want to upgrade it, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So at this point, where they do have so many, like, and it's a good for them to have Rotos too. I'd actually prefer Rotos 2 over Rotos.
I
Not
still
as a
think they
movie.
should have
I like
been in the
Rotos,
box.
especially on Rotos 2. But I mean, as a release. um, but the Johnson Shea
Yeah,
collection.
they did. They released it and it sold out, and now you can get the standard 4K edition.
Yep. And they released Showgirls. That did really well. So they're going to keep doing that. And it's going to do well. Hey, Deathbound, welcome, man.
Hey.
It would do well for them for like a certain percentage, but will it alienate a bit people like me and you? Maybe a little bit. It's change does tend to alienate a little bit. It happens. Arrow went through it, they found their identity, and I think Arrow's done better than they initially did.
Yeah.
Do I think that Vinegar Syndrome have refound their identity yet?
No.
No, not at all. Actually, I think their Vinegar Syndrome right now is a company that I really like, but I do feel like they've lost their identity a bit, and they're really trying to reestablish what that is. But
Yeah.
they haven't. And that's not a knock on Vinegar Syndrome or like their titles, because obviously I buy a lot of their stuff. Malcolm just subscribed for a year to their stuff, so obviously we're fans of
Yeah.
the company. Warlock is a fan of the company, and Warlock subscribed, but tentatively subscribed. He was a little bit nervous, which is okay because it's a lot of money to put down there. Malcolm, $200 in shipping. That's nothing to be like. You don't just like blink at that. That's a lot when it comes to that. You really got to put faith into a company.
Yeah,
when
I was questioning whether or not to subscribe over that, to be honest.
I could see it like for the first time ever, man. I could see you really wondering, like on your face. So it showed. And I think that if you're wondering, and you're pretty much like you went all in on TerraVision, you were like somebody. You are definitely the guy that takes a leap of faith, and
That's true.
that's a good thing. But for people that are already hesitant like me, it's going to be a bit more. It's going to be more of a struggle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shipping will increase more of the year. That's the thing. That's one of the things I'm worried about. First year, you're not subscribing in ages. It just doesn't seem worth it with so many sub labels not included. Yeah, I mean, like that's the thing too. If you're going to keep putting out sub labels and you're never going to include any of the sub labels, like into that, like, oh, there's VSAs.
Didn't they give subscribers the first month when the first VSU came out? Didn't they give it to them for free?
The first one, it's for we get. I'm not sure it's free. It's like 50% off something. Here's the thing: if your subscription,
That's what they should have done.
okay, if your subscription says 50% off, all right, they said, well, you're going to get all the Vinegar Syndrome towers at 50% off, right? Then why don't they just take at least one or two of the sub labels and put in there to sweeten that deal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Even
what
if
they should do.
a little bit more, like at least you feel like, because who wants to like, hey, I'm a subscriber, so I'm waiting for my pack. Oh wait, so I got to buy some like 2 VSAs this month. There's VSP. It looks like the VSL's coming out. It looks like there's VSU. So you got your subscription. You paid, your $1,000, whatever, for your subscription, and yet on a, every 2 to 3 months you're adding on like another couple $100 out of just out. Now we're not talking partner labels. We're just talking about Vinegar Syndrome sub labels. You got to buy some VSPs. You got to buy some VSAs. Keeping up with that. Oh, there's a VSL coming out. Oh, there's a cinematograph coming out. Oh, there's a SM video coming out. I can pass on that one, but lots of times that you can't.
Personally, I think the ones they should have put in the subscription is the VSLs and the new one, not the media book one, but the other one.
It's just a lost cause right now.
Yeah, maybe VSA, maybe VSA, yeah.
Because what the hell are those?
Especially when you don't think they release them all the time, so you could get maybe like 2 extra titles a year.
Yeah, and like you said, like you wouldn't mind having like we went on different ends. You said you wanted more exclusives for subscribers, and I said if you sub for the movies, exclusives. You get into like, people are getting like feeling entitled to get like, I want this and I want this and I want this, right? Because it never can be just one thing. Because it's going to be like, but I want this and I get this and this and this. Didn't charge me tax and subscription. No, that is nice actually. Did you get charged?
It cost me £837. That's with the shipping. So that's not too bad. But if it ever went over 1,000, I wouldn't.
I agree with this one. April add-on should be included. Yes. Like, I like the fact that you can buy it separately, because I don't think anybody should not be able to get something if it's available. But the option for you to get it for free and like can have like, okay, there's a secret thing that people that aren't subscribers can pay for. Because I'm never the type that's going to say, let's divide this down between subscriber and non-subscriber. I'm not like, okay, well, there's like if you alienate part of your audience right away. Business, this is what I went to school for, guys. It's marketing 101. The last thing you want to do is alienate a portion of your audience, because what happens there is you're going to have people that are like, oh, yes, I feel great about subscribing to something, but you're going to have people that are going to look at it and say, well, okay, I can't afford to subscribe. I guess I don't matter. And they're going to go elsewhere.
Well, you know what? I went to disaster school, and this is Titanic 101 for you. When you need the boat and you get the exclusive to the boat, you jump on. When you see the other people getting in, you push them off, because that's the way subscribing and not subscribing is.
Subscribing should, like, subscribing is, I go back and forth on whether subscribing is a good thing. Like as a concept in and of itself. It's a good thing that it supports the company to put out stuff in the future. But but subscription should be that. It should be subscription. Like same as if I subscribe to a comic book or a magazine. I expect to get the comic magazine on a regular basis.
Sometimes in the past, when you did subscribe, you'd get folders and stuff.
Yeah, okay, well then fine, give you a calendar. There you go. But should you get extra movies or extra slips? No, not really.
Extra slips, but maybe not extra movies.
Yeah. Oh God, not extra movies. Then that kills it. Like then nobody's going to subscribe, because they're gonna, or they're just going to be like, that's when they leave in droves. When they think like there's a wall. Trust me, as a YouTuber, when you think there's a massive paywall that blocks you, there's certain people.
Well, let's put it this way: it's like the Berlin Wall.
Yep. Got to break it down, man. Break down the walls. Not of Jericho, though. We're going to leave that out of it. Leave that out of it. Let's go far away from that one's possible. 15 years of test. Well, I spend more. This is a good idea. And actually, I should have mentioned that to you, actually, because would have been a good year to do that. To see, okay, how much do you spend if you're not a subscriber?
Ooh.
That is a great.
I can tell you how much I'd spend if I wasn't a subscriber on Vinegar Syndrome. I can tell you right now. I'd probably buy 3 titles from that list. I'd buy actually no, I think it was 4 titles, wasn't it? I'd probably buy all the Forgotten Jollies. Yeah. And I'd probably look at the Hong Kong action ones and see what they were, depending on if they're released here or so and so, and go by that. So I probably would have maybe bought 10 titles, I think, from the list.
This is not looking like positive.
saying that,
Ultra Sense is gone, your favorite partner label?
But saying that, it's all about mystery for me. I like watching movies I've never seen as well, but on my doorstep. So,
Or,
you know,
or maybe in this case, like, wow, this is the new edition of the movie I bought last month.
I can't believe they're releasing Phase 4 on 4K.
Oh God, that is not a great release. It's an okay film. Like I'm not saying that Phase 4 is not an okay film. Now somebody, it's probably somebody's favorite film.
Yeah.
But does it need a Phase 4? No. They're like the 4K? No.
I own every one films release except that one.
But here's the thing. After Killer Condom came out in 4K, I'm like, yeah, they'll put out anything. They'll put out anything on 4K. If there's some I know.
But how much? But the question is, how much do you actually save? Because because I question it. Because every month, and I see the thing is cheaper than what I feel I paid for it.
With the amount of sales that there are, and the percentage off on a monthly basis.
Have they raised your points? Because that's $10. It was $10 before.
You want to say? Want to check it?
Yeah, let's have a look. Yeah, it was $10 before, and that's why I stopped buying them, because I was like, I'd rather put it on a disc.
Media Club.
Oh, Aaron's got a lot of points there.
Oh yeah, so many points. How many do I have? Like, was it? I'm already joined, but why do I have to do this every time? Where's this?
You have to log in, didn't you?
Do I have to log in for this?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on a second, guys. Logging up.
I was going to say, don't show it.
A whole 400 points. That's what I got.
Hey!
Don't get too jealous about a massive amount of 400 points. So, yeah, it's 1,500 now.
That is a movie, Alan. That is a movie. It came out on 4K, and it's a cult classic from 15.
15. It's got him 500 points. It's 1,000 before, right? If I got it correct.
Yeah. So it's gone from $10 a points to $15 a points. That's ridiculous.
There's some 1,000 ones like down here, the ones that people won't want as much. The less we talk about what happened with House of the Dead slipcover, the better. Because this one and another slipcover that came out that month was kind of we'd seen them before.
Well, it's funny. It's funny, Uzi. I buy subscription. I bought the subscription, and I ended up with what did I end up with? Let's have a look. 3,000 points, I think. Because I had 1,000. I had 10,000 already, I think, or something like that.
I'm not massively impressed with the stuff. Like last year, there was a deck and stuff like that, and that impressed me.
That door hanger. What's it say?
It's movie time.
Yeah, I was hoping it was going to say it's sexy time.
2,500 points. Pogorama Vinegar Syndrome Pogs. Was cheap.
I remember Pogs when I was a kid. I used to use Pogs all the time.
Yeah. Pogs were like, you blink and you miss that. But for a short period of time, they were big, man.
Exactly.
Big shout out for Ragnar letting us know about the about the raise in the pint.
So to be fair, I rarely ever look at the slipcovers.
I'm 100
as much as I'd like to put them on, my discs I've got, but I haven't got them. I just don't think $10 is worth it for them.
No, well, here's the thing: slipcovers are eventually, I think they've had their best day. We're eventually going to see it going away from that. That's why if slipcovers were just doing it, they wouldn't need to do like VSUs or like the other things. Or now they're trying to get into media books as well, because they know they're not stupid. They know that. I think the point thing actually is worth it for Vinegar Syndrome. Not for me, because I don't buy a lot. But if you buy a lot, like Malcolm or like you do, Warlock, I think there can be releases there that can be.
I can tell you right now.
But not
I've spent over 500 worth of points on media this year from all the stuff I bought.
So
it's been worth it for me.
How much money do you save on with a point? Like 500 points is what? How much money saved?
So again,
So if you spend say you got 500 points, is that like a $5 coupon? How's that work?
Yeah, $5. 50 is $50. You know, like 50,000 will be $50.
So wait,
And
so you
I
got
can
about
use that on losing as well. So I used probably about maybe $400 worth of points. So that pays for my subscription alone as well, you know, in what I picked up. But that's only because I bought nearly everything.
yeah, you have to buy a lot
So,
to make it worth it.
you know, last year I spent like 19 grand apparently in dollars, $1,000 or so, according to them. But I don't know if that's complete or not because it was kind of, you know.
Not sure, like if Arrow and Indicator still do the point system or not. I haven't really checked.
No,
But
Indicator have cancelled it.
oh, that's a shame. Indicator's point system really worked well for me. I use it a lot. You know that. I got free movies with Indicator's point system.
Yeah.
And
It was great.
Arrow's point system was really good. Vinegar Center's point system, not so much for me.
At the minute, I can tell you, at the minute, I use my Indicator ones because they've stopped it. Officially from January, no more points. On 88 films, I have 85 pounds worth of points. And on Arrow, I've about 68. So
You have to spend $300 to $400 to get a free slipcover.
exactly. That's exactly it.
And that, you know, you could actually hire an artist, get a custom slipcover made.
Yeah, make your own. Make your own.
And or yeah, do it like, well, not me, make my own. That'd be like, you want to see like stick figure cover? I don't think so. I can't believe it went to art school.
Some people like them. Some people like that. If you remember the game cases people were making of games and putting them on the drawings and that and selling them, they were great.
Indicator ended a month ago. It's a shame. Indicator had a really good point system. Their point system rocked. They were the point system I looked for.
Yeah.
Like you didn't have to spend thousands of dollars to get free stuff with them. Probably was not around anymore.
So did you do much for New Year?
We stay. My nieces were here. My sis was here. Mom, that. So we had a board game night. And
Uzi. Yeah.
Oh, good one, Uzi. So basically, yeah, we played code names. We played a whole bunch of different we just played a whole bunch of different games and had like fun with girls, stuff like that. So they were enjoying
The
that.
picture was nice, by the way. I really liked the picture.
Slad Totter said practically free abusing points. Oh, I didn't get it practically free, but I love that set, man. $333 equals 1,000. Holy crap! So no, the point is not because you're paying.
Me and Donna for New Year we're gonna have Chinese.
Oh really?
Yeah, we're gonna have Chinese.
You would be surprised. Nobody in the right mind is going to buy more just get free slips. Dude, sadly, yes, sir.
Have you not? The question is, have you not met the community? Oh God, that Age of Demons was terrible.
Which one?
Age of Demons. That's terrible. Oh yeah.
We've made it through the first day.
We made it for the first day, everybody. There's another 6 days to go.
I have to do packing today. Tomorrow I'm working, so we're doing a later video. After this was kind of the big one because the Vinegar Syndrome, like sub 1. On the 3rd, I'm traveling, but I'll be at my dad's. So from there on out, hopefully be me, you, and dad.
That'd be awesome. I'd love to see your dad again.
Because we'll be able to have some fun with it. Vinegar Syndrome. And okay, final words. Let's look at all the titles. We'll go yay or nay. And that'll be the way to end it off, I guess. Southern Comfort as a VSU. As a VSU.
No.
Nay? I agree.
No.
Yeah. As a title, yes. As a regular title, yes. As a VSU, yeah. The Horror Doctor Hitchcock.
That's a yay. I just wish I didn't get the Radiance version first.
Yeah. That's definitely a yay. There's you've got like a 40-page book in here as well. They got actually a booklet, I think, too. So That's kind of cool. Wish it was a bigger book, but 40 pages, whatever. It's good.
Oh,
Forgotten Jolly.
That's a yay for me, isn't it?
For me, this is the release of the month. So this is my star release of the month. This is called a cinema
Definitely.
preview. For those who have the T-shirt, that was the T-shirt or the mug. This one's called cinema preview. Santet 2. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, by the way. Do you yay or nay that one, man? Malcolm's checking out some stuff. I'm gonna give it a may, not a yay, not an A, but a may. There was a time, Alan, when I would say yes, but I'm not. I'd say probably not now.
Oh.
Are you in here twice? What'd you do?
Oh.
What happened to Mo?
Oh, about that. Oh,
There you go.
there we go. My earphones died, so the sound must have been coming from the the camera.
Yeah. So, what do you think here? Santet, yay or nay? I gave it a may.
I'm going to give it a yay because it's something I've not seen, but I've been interested in seeing. So I'm going to give that a yay, just because I've not seen it and I want to.
The subscription for this year overall, yay or nay?
Can we say yay, nay?
I'm going to say may, which is kind of
There you go. We'll call it May.
And the daily deals.
I think it's the same old stuff we've seen before for the most part. So I'm going to give that a nay, to be honest.
Me too. It's a bit of a bust. They're getting rid of titles that are from companies that are leaving them. They put in VSAs of titles that people really aren't buying anyway. If I was still collecting every VSA, I probably pick these two up.
Yeah.
But like that would have been the thing. Evil Laughs, okay, but again, it's only okay if you want every slash. If you don't want every slasher, I'm going to say don't buy it. If you want every slasher, buy it. But there's nothing here that's like 100%. Oh, you got to have it. Like even Blood Dealer, which is fun.
Definitely no must buys today. In my view, anyway. I mean, the only must buys are the Altered Innocents is if you want to get them before they run out.
That is a great movie, The Dog Who Stopped the War.
That is a good movie. I watched. No, that's not the one I watched. I watched Christmas Martian, didn't I?
I gotta watch Stop the War. So you can
I need to watch that one.
Be happy and cry at the same time. I am Aaron.
And I'm Malcolm. I've made to December, and I want you to know that it has been a glorious day with you, and it's a glorious Vinegar Syndrome week, and you will join us for the rest of the week and experience incredible moments.
Like, share, subscribe, do all that jazzy stuff.
Yes.
Super chat, super sticker, donate, become a patron. Are you a patron yet? You're gonna miss out in the new year. It's cheaper than a subscription to Vinegar Syndrome.
Yeah, we only charge you $750 a month.
Yeah, that's it. Plus, your shipping fees, right?
Exactly.
But with that being said, guys, thank you so much for coming in tonight. Hopefully you enjoyed your day here, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a happy new year.
Take care, guys.